Hi, my name is Hannah McCalmont, and I'm originally from South Dakota, which is where I grew up and where I graduated high school from. I just recently moved to Parker, where I am a teacher's assistant at the elementary school now. This is my fourth year of college and my third year at DSU. A person who influenced me to be a teacher would have to be one of my high school English teachers. She was awesome. She was young, so she made learning lots of fun, and it never felt like we were working. We were always just having fun, and we were learning at the same time. Another person would be a little boy that I taught at the daycare I worked at. He was only 2 years old, but he was so much fun to teach everything that I taught him. He just picked up on so quick, and he just had this light bulb go off in his eyes, and I just fell in love with it, and I was like, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Have I taught in a classroom before? I worked in the infant room at Grand Finale Learning Center in Sioux Falls for 3 years, teaching infants fine motor skills, large motor skills, sensory, all that fun stuff. I'm currently working at Parker Elementary with a 6-year-old who has Down syndrome, so I'm a one-on-one with him, so I do all his lesson plannings. I try to keep him in the classroom as much as possible, so I do have that experience in the classroom, and I do try to help his teacher with the other students as well. Cross-curricular lesson planning, I don't have much experience with that. Last semester I was in ELED 462, which is for English language learners, teaching English language learners, and we really learned a lot about how in all their classes that they take, they are learning English, so they are always working on their English even though they're learning something else. That's really the only experience I have with that. Thematic lesson planning, however, is right up my alley. When I worked at the daycare, every week we had a theme for what we were teaching because babies love to learn through fun and learn through play. So we would do like a beach theme, and for large motor we would throw beach balls, and for sensory we would play with sand and water and all that fun stuff. So I think themes are a great thing because it gets the kids excited about something for a whole week or a month or however long your theme is. Student-centered teaching, I'm not 100% sure about what it is. I know it's the opposite of teacher-centered teaching, which I know student-centered teaching, there's more collaboration between the two people, and teacher-centered, there's just a teacher standing up there and talking. I compare it to high school and college. When I was in high school, there was a lot of student-centered teaching, and when I got to college, it was all teacher-centered teaching because the teacher just stood up and you're expected to take notes and you're expected to take your tests and be on your way. My experience with art, music, and drama, I was in 4 or 5 one-act plays when I was in high school, and I was in 2 musicals. I played the clarinet for 8 years, and I play the piano a little bit still. I'm not a pro by any means. I know how to read notes. That's about it. An aspect of music, art, and drama that will be useful in the classroom. I think music lyrics are a great way to teach kids how to remember stuff. I remembered all the presidents of the United States by learning a song. So I think lyrics are a great way, and I think art brings out a creative side to kids that they don't even know they have. For example, we just did a stained glass project with kindergartners with tissue paper, and a little boy said, I can't do this, I'm not creative at all. And he sat down and made a beautiful stained glass tissue paper tree, and I think he was even a little surprised at how good it turned out. And drama makes learning fun and realistic. If you can stand up and act out a scenario, you're going to learn a lot better than if you just sit down and take notes over a story. With the next question, I think it's the same. It makes learning more fun and more interesting. I think music, art, and drama are a great way to incorporate into your learning. What grade level do I hope to teach? I have my heart set on kindergarten for now, but I'm willing to open my horizons to 1st or 2nd grade. I just love little minds, and I love that they teach themselves stuff through everyday play, and it's so fun to watch. My expectations for this class would be I would just want to learn how to incorporate music and art and drama and make teaching fun, or maybe some tips that I could use in the classroom. As a teacher, I just expect to be explained, everything be explained to. If I'm doing something wrong, explain it to me, because that's the only way I'm going to learn how to do it differently. And that's all.